Alright, so we're at the first video in the series. And in this video, we're actually going to learn our first ingredient in our pro marketing money formula. In this video, you're going to learn the 5 principles of choosing the perfect product to promote. You're also going to learn what to avoid in choosing a bad product. Now, because the product or the whatever offer that you have, if it's good or if it's bad, it can be the difference between having a business that makes absolutely no money and also the difference between making that $5,000 to $10,000 per month that you're looking to make in your online business. So this information is extremely important. I'm going to show you exactly what my mentor showed me and exactly what to look for in a perfect product. Alright, so I'm assuming that the majority of the audience watching this training are made up of affiliate marketers. So as I talk about how to choose a product or an offer, I'm going to take you to one of the largest and most trusted affiliate sites on the net, which is clickbank.com. And again, this is just for example purposes only. I'm going to use an affiliate offer from ClickBank just to explain the principles of a great product, no matter what niche you're in or how you plan on using this marketing. Alright, so let's go there right now. And if you want to follow along as I do this, again, that website is clickbank.com. And if you want to be an affiliate marketer, just for the sake of following along, if you don't have an account, you can sign up right here. It's pretty simple. I'm not going to take you through the sign up process. It's just like signing up for a Facebook or an email account. So if you don't have one, you can sign up right here. If you want, I already do. I'm going to go ahead and log into one of my older accounts that I no longer use just to show you guys a few things. Alright, so here we are on the dashboard, and the first place that we're going to want to go is right to the marketplace, right up here at the top. So let's click there. And then if you notice to the left and if you scroll down, there are the categories. We're going to go to the health and fitness category. There are usually some pretty good products in the health and fitness category. So let's see, we're here. You know what, let's try this, just the first product that we see here, the Venus Factor. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just use this product here to see if it's got the 5 principles of a great product. Alright, so let's just see if it has what it takes. Alright, so the picking a perfect product primary principle. Is there a large enough market? Alright, so that's the first thing we always want to look for. So let's see if the Venus Factor, our offer here on ClickBank, has a large enough market. Okay, so let's just open up our offer here. And let's see, looks like there's a video that's going to pop up. Let's just pause that. Let's open another tab here and go over to our good friend Google. Alright, so in Google, we're actually going to go to the, just type in a search for Google Keyword Planner. It's also the artist formerly known as the Google Keyword Tool. They changed the name not too long ago, and it should be the first search that comes up. So let's just go ahead and click on that. And now we should come here to this home page for AdWords. Go ahead and click on Sign In to AdWords. And here on the sign in, you will need a Gmail account to sign in. That's your credentials, the email and the password that you're going to use. So if you don't have a Gmail account, go ahead and sign up for that. You can pause the video and then come back and sign in. If you do have a Gmail account already, you can do that as well. I already have an old account set up, so I'm going to take you there now. Alright, so here we are. Make sure you're in the tools area. This first section here where it says keyword ideas, let's go ahead and click that. And then this landing page here, what we're going to do, come back to our offer. Let's copy the URL without the backslashes. Come back to Google, and then right there where it says your landing page, let's paste that right in. Come down to the bottom and hit Get Ideas. And once we are here, we're going to want to click the tab that says Keyword Ideas, and then after that we're just going to sort by average monthly searches. Alright, so let me just pause for just a minute and explain exactly what we're doing here. So what happens when we put that URL or that website into Google and we search for the keywords, what happens is that Google actually goes to that site, scans it up and down, left and right. It gathers all of the information about that site, what it's about, what it does, what it sells, etc. And then it provides for you a list of what's called keywords or key search terms that are relevant to that particular site or that particular product. So all of the keywords that we see here down to the left are relevant to our offer, Venus Factor. So when we look at the average time that term is searched in Google, we can get a pretty good idea of how many people are looking for products that are relevant to our offer. And that's what's called our market. All right, so a personal rule of thumb that I like to use is I never try to promote anything that has less than 5,000 searches per month for its relevant key term or keywords. Anything over 5,000 or so, you probably have a pretty decent market to promote to. You know what I mean? So basically, there should be enough people wanting that thing that you have or that you're offering so that you'll have a good chance of selling a lot of it. All right, so it's pretty basic. But let's see how our offer Venus Factor adds up here. Okay, so let's see. How to lose weight fast. We've got 165,000 searches per month. How to lose weight. We've got 110,000 searches per month. Weight loss, 90,500 searches per month. Lose weight fast, 74,000 searches per month. So, I guess it's pretty safe to say that when it comes to having a large enough market, our offer, it's winning. Yep. And I know what you're probably asking yourself right now, and the answer is yes. I am a specialist in outdated references, so there you go. All right, so that brings us to our principle numero 2. Make sure there is mucho competition. Now, that might seem kind of counterintuitive to a lot of people. Why would you want a lot of competition? Well, basically, if there's a lot of competition for an offer, then it's most likely converting like crazy for a lot of people. It probably has very few returns as well, which means that it works well for the consumer. And because of that, it's going to be very coveted by a lot of marketers. A lot of people will want to market that product. So your job basically is just to outsmart the competition that you do have. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a later video, but right now, let's just see how our offer adds up here. So in ClickBank, the way that we check our competition is that we actually check this little number right here called the gravity. Now, this number actually encompasses a lot more than just the competition. It actually encompasses the competition, how well this offer is converting, how many chargebacks there are, and a lot of other things. But basically, the higher this number, there's a pretty good chance that there is a lot of competition for this particular product. Now, good rule of thumb, anything over 50 is pretty decent. So we're at 550 right now, so our product looks like it has plenty of competition, right? Now, if you're in anything outside of the affiliate world, outside of ClickBank, there's not a gravity number that you can look at. All you have to do is just email or contact the person who actually owns that product. Ask them how many affiliates or how many people are actually promoting that product, and you can get a really good idea of the competition. Now, as far as the product that we have right here, obviously, when we look at the competition for it, is there enough? Well, Charlie thinks so, and that's good enough for me. All right, so let's just go to our principle number 3 now, commission per sale. And this is, pretty straightforward. Obviously, the higher, the better. So let's just see how our offer stacks up here. So if we look at it, we get about, looks like about $45 per sale. It's not too bad. I try to stay above, $25 to $30 per sale. I try not to go any lower than that. There are some exceptions. If I know I can move a lot of product very quickly with not that much work, then I might go for a lower commission. But for the most part, the concept is pretty simple. If you have a higher upfront commission, then you only have to do, the same amount or less work to make the same amount of money. So, we're also at 75% commissions here as well. So, and that's why I love the offer that I'm in right now, actually. You can make 100% commissions on, $1,600 to $3,500 sales. So, it's pretty dang sweet. But as far as our offer right here, Venus Factor, as far as does it have a good commission right up front, well, still winning. All right, so let's move over to the principle number 4, low entry cost. Now, again, this is very obvious, but also very important. The more a product costs, the less buyers you may potentially have. People are obviously more apt to buy a product right up front for $47 than if they're going to buy that same product for $247. Now, it's a simple concept, but it's one that a lot of marketers overlook. They think, well, if the product costs more right up front, then I might make more in commissions. But what a lot of products do is they'll have a low entry cost, and then once that customer comes in, well, they'll have some upsells on the back end, which you can also make commissions on. But, either way, if the price of that product exceeds what is reasonable for what it offers, well, odds are, even if you have a large market, that very few people will actually take out their credit card and purchase that offer. So let's see how our offer here is adding up to that. If we go back to our offer homepage here and go down to the bottom where it says get started, if we click there, we can probably, here we go, we can find the price here to the right. It looks like it's only $47 to get started with the Venus Factor. So that's not that bad in comparison to most other workout programs. So as far as our low entry cost, still winning. Okay, so let's look at our last and fifth principle, value to the customer, and also, do you actually own the product? Now, with this one, you might get a different opinion depending on who you ask. But let me give you my opinion and the opinion of my mentor and many other successful online marketers in this business. You should never promote a product that does not actually offer any value to your customer. Now, what many online marketers do is they just try to sell anything and everything that they can get their hands on just to make a quick buck. Now, my philosophy goes back to, my vision and the vision of my team about creating a community of online marketers who are doing things correctly and with integrity. Now, it's very difficult to look someone in the eye, your potential customer in the eye, and say, you know what, you should buy this thing. It's going to solve whatever problem that you have, if you haven't actually personally used it and owned it yourself. So I think before you try to start promote any offer, you should first buy that product, own that product, and then use it to see if it actually provides value to your customers. Now, if you work with myself and my team, we can go deeper into a lot of that. But for now, try to only promote the products that actually offer real value, and you'll find that by doing so, you will come out on top, a lot better in the end. But since we're not actually going to buy Venus Factor right now, let's just take a look around the sales page and see if we can get kind of a sense of the value of this product. Okay, so if we go back to our offers, let's see, our offers main page here, just hit the back button and then go down. It looks like to learn more. Here we go. Click on that. It will take us to the sales page here. It has more information. We can kind of look at some of the testimonials. We can look at what the product does, what it offers to the customer, and then just kind of looking over and reading over the information on the sales page, we get an idea of exactly what the product is, what it offers, the guarantees, the money back guarantees, the bonuses that are there. So we can still kind of get an idea of the value of it. But when it comes to if it adds value to the customer, well, we really don't know, do we? Because we haven't bought that product, we don't own it. We're not going to do a group workout session right now to test it out. So we can basically say that it looks like it does, but it's always a good rule of thumb to own that product first, use it, and then we can say for sure if it does or not. All right, so now that we know what a good product looks like, let's kind of look at an example of a crappy product. All right, so let's go back to ClickBank here. We're going to go back to the marketplace. And then once that comes up, go back over to the categories here, to our niches on the left. And then we're going to go down to games. Let's see what we can find in games. I'm sure they have some pretty crappy stuff here. All right, so let's just take the first offer here, Tycoon World of Warcraft. See what that's about. And we're just going to go through the same process basically that we went through with Venus Factor, and going to see if this is a good product or if it's not a good product. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the URL, come back over to, here we go, come back over to Google and just paste it right in, and then hit get ideas again, and then we're going to get the keywords for this particular offer. So if we come down, now we can see, check out the market, if there's a market for it. Some of the keywords here, 880 search terms. Let's see, let's see, gold, whatever, 320 search terms. Buy World of Warcraft gear, and then again 320. So obviously it's not doing too well as far as the market. All right, so let's kind of go to our second principle here, and let's see what kind of competition we have. Now, our gravity here is, so it's above 50, so it's not that bad, but it's just barely breaking, the barrier here. So there is some competition for it, but the market is so small, we might not make too much. We get about 25 $5.50, per sale. Again, still kind of in the area, but still right at the bottom here. So let's check out and see what the entry price is here. If we go all the way down to the bottom, we can probably find it. And again, 47 bucks, it's not too bad, but it's just an add-on from what I could, ascertain from the sales page. And so, you can probably buy a whole game for that. So it might be a little bit much for just an add-on. If we scroll down, we can kind of get a sense of, kind of what it does. It's a product is kind of, mid to very, kind of crappy. Not a great market for it. Kind of a high entry cost for that particular product. It didn't look like it did too much. And it's not that great of a product. So if we were to promote that, it would take us a lot more work to get the same amount of money if we were to just find a good product. And that's what a lot of marketers do, is that they do all the work very well, but they have a really crappy or just a mid-grade product, and so they don't make that much money. And so that's what we want to avoid, and that's what this training was for, is to show us how we can avoid those crappy products, but how we can choose a killer product so that we can make sure our income just continues to go up. Alright, so just as a recap review, let's go back over the 5 principles of a killer product. So number 1, we want to make sure there's a large enough market. We want to make sure that there are enough people that want that thing that we have, that we can sell a lot of it. Number 2, we want to make sure there's lots of competition. This lets us know that this particular offer is already converting very well for a lot of people. Alright, so number 3, we want to make sure that the commission per sale is going to be as high as possible. Obviously, the higher, the better. 4, we want to make sure there's a low entry cost for the actual consumer so that they can get in, and then once they're in, they can have some upsells that they can purchase as well, and we can make more commissions that way. And number 5, and almost most importantly, we want to make sure that it actually offers value to our customers. We never want to promote something that does not do what it says it does. If we do that, we can destroy our own personal brand, and it can really hurt our business in the long run. All right, so those are the 5 principles to having a very killer product. But now that we have all this competition for our product, how do we actually sell it with so much competition? Well, obviously now we have to outsmart our competition. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video. So what I want you to do now is take the action steps below, and then after you are done with those action steps, go ahead and click the next button and continue learning.